Welcome to another episode of Where Are the Heartnuts?
We apologise, we know it's been a little bit longer than usual. We have been busy. In this video, it's going to be a little bit all over the shop, I would say. We've seen a lot of different things and hung out with different people.
So a bit of a mix and match of the last few weeks.
Yeah. So if you've seen any of our previous videos, you'll know that from our balcony you can see this kind of like a little spit, we would call it in Australia, of rocks that sticks out, and we were determined to find out how to get down to them and walk down onto the rocks and also just see what was around the area, and this is what we found.
It was a really cool area. We're still not 100% sure what everything is, we're still working that out, but it is a very cool place to explore.
As usual, lots of people doing Instagram everywhere.
It's just the norm here. Heaps of fishermen too, and all the fishermen boats come in as well into this area that you can see now.
We also did notice when we were there that there were a lot of restaurants at the end that were all shut that we wanted to explore. This is a completely different side of town. This is over in Georgetown, and the jetties. There's quite a few. I don't actually know how many there are. There's a few jetties.
I know a few have been lost over the time, but
basically, I think it was to avoid tax or something. Living out on the water, they could avoid tax or something like that. So they built these little villages out on these jetties, and they're still here, and still people living there. And it's kind of one of the tourist attractions, I guess, of Georgetown. There's one in particular called Chew Jetty, which is very touristy. But then
that one was Lee Jetty, and it's really quiet. It doesn't seem to have too many tourists.
Yeah, it was nice.
And then opposite the jetties is a food court. It is a bit of a tourist trap. There are much better ones that you can go to, but Luke really enjoyed it.
And then after that, we took him for an ice cream to a place that Tess had been wanting to go to.
It's kind of Instagram famous just because everything looks really pretty and people take really nice photos with it. So I saw it on social media and thought that we would all really enjoy it. And we had like sour strawberry flavour and a dark chocolate and sea salt flavour. They were actually delicious.
Then we went for a walk and found ourselves in this giant food court. And it was big. There were a lot of stalls, too many choices.
But a lot of really, really good choices. And I really enjoyed the food there when we went back another day and tried it.
Yeah, I think it's called New World Future Park or something like that.
It really is a mix and match. So this is a French patisserie that was recommended to us for Nathan's birthday, but it was closed on that day. So we took our friends and went there, and it is just so good.
And then they came back to our balcony and the storm started coming through, which, as you can see, was pretty wild.
Cut to another cafe.
I told you this one would be random. I guess this whole video really is just a little bit of life in Penang. Most of this is just everyday life.
It's our normal week. We jump from cafe to cafe, food hall to
go
restaurants.
exploring, and you got to get haircuts and things. And
these guys give really cool haircuts. It's a really cool place. It's very retro.
Yeah, I like it. Been there a couple of times now, and definitely will go back. I think it's called Son and Dad. Again, every afternoon into the pool, pretty much. Luke has become a lot more confident in the pool, which is great.
He loves his water slides.
And this is just sun going down over the pool.
It is a really nice area to live.
This is Batu, Ferringhi. It's kind of like a tourist area, I guess. Maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes north of where we are.
We think it got hit really hard by COVID though, because most of it is closed down or under construction now.
Yeah, a lot of big hotels, a lot of big fancy hotels, but not a lot going on.
No.
It just seems quite dead, unfortunately, which is a bit sad. But this is the main tourist beach, which is where we're walking down to now, with this incredible tree. And not a bad beach, I would say.
Yeah, it was really nice. Really nice. Lots of activities still going on, mainly local families coming to hang out, but they've got like the jet skis and the
parasailing.
That going on.
You can see the nets there. It's my understanding that they do have jellyfish. So you see some of these nets going out so people can just go for a swim.
This has become another favourite of ours, so it's only 5 minutes up the road, and they make roti for breakfast, which is a big hit with our family. So we've gone there a couple of times and we'll definitely keep going back.
In particular, we wanted to take our friends Chrissy and Jessie there.
Came and surprised us, which was such a lovely surprise.
Their baby Raya. This is where we decided to try and take Chrissy and Jessie down to the rocks again, but maybe see if we could find some food that was open. And spoiler alert, we did. It's always fun travelling, but travelling with friends takes things to a whole nother level.
Makes it a lot more enjoyable. A little bit crazy.
And much to, I think, all of our excitement. The main restaurant that was open was Satay Sticks, which is probably our favourite food. It's got to be one of my favourite foods, next to roti maybe. It was just a really good experience, I think. We miss sometimes having these more down-to-earth, I guess, travel experiences, and this really felt like that.
Yeah, hanging out with locals rather than going to all the main areas, things that you won't find in travel guides or travel blogs.
Instead of walking back via the beach, this is just walking back through, I guess, just residential area.
Alleys, I guess you would call them.
Now this, we were sitting on our balcony, and all of a sudden I saw there were 7 or 8 little heads pop out of the water, and so I yelled to everyone that there were little sea otters, and we all raced downstairs, and Jesse pulled out his drone to see if we could find them.
We went on a bit of a sea otter hunt, and then they were found. So Chrissy and I went for a massive jog all the way around the beach back to the rocks so that we could see if we could get up close and personal with them.
Then Jesse found them, not in the water, but actually on this little fishing pontoon, and they are just the cutest things.
They're just so fun to watch, like they're just so playful.
They're basically like a bunch of teenagers up to no good.
And then when Chrissy and I were standing on the rocks, much to both of our delights, they decided that they had had enough of being in the cove and wanted to get back to the ocean, and so right in front of us they climbed up the rocks and jumped back into the ocean, and it was definitely the highlight of my week. It's a good thing you can't hear the noise of the actual video when we were recording, because we were both going a little bit crazy.
Speaking of animals, there's this weird pet show. And all of a sudden, Josie told me to go over there, and there's this meerkat in a dress. I don't know what to make in a bubble. I don't know what to make of that.
Crazy.
And then our friend Raj came up from KL with his mum and dad and brother and son and nephews. So we got to go and hang out with them for a couple of hours, which was really good.
Yeah.
And the apartment was in a random place in Georgetown, with cows drinking out of bathtubs.
Mattresses floating down the river, creek.
And there it is. That's a king-size mattress just floating down the river.
Always a good time.
But yeah, a beautiful apartment with rooftop pool and everything, and you get just some crazy views. This is the kind of stuff that we just love about Asia.
Yeah. Basically the end of a crazy few weeks.
Yeah, and a lot of random things, hanging out with different friends, which has been really good.
Really good.